Hey girl, I'm back. Back again. Even though I've been putting all this motherfucking content out on my YouTube channel and y'all have been eating it up. First off, thank you so much for the support. What is today? It's the new moon in Pisces. It is Wednesday, March 2nd, 2022. As you can see, I've been recording these little quarterly spreads in different locations. The first one I did when I was in Miss Saugerties, upstate New York. And of course, I gave a little life update at the same time. So why would I not do that again? By the way, where I am has actually where I have been for the last couple of recordings when I'm doing these things has had animals or pets of some form. So if you see children rolling around and if shit starts falling, because my right ear just started ringing, so I think that may happen, you'll fucking deal with it. But what's going on in life, the girl started a new little job. She's upgrading out here. She's giving it upgrade your life. So now she's doing, a couple things in the position that she was already doing. Trying to make this money, you know what I'm saying? This money. She's been traveling, just got back from Los Angeles on Saturday. So your girl is still feeling a little jet lagged. And before I was in Los Angeles, I was in Atlanta. So yeah, I've just been on the go. And now I feel like we're in a brand new month. If I remember correctly, this month was giving like big Ace of Wands energy, so I can already tell that things are about to start moving. Actually, now that I'm talking about this, and we also have to shout out Michiru and Haruka, okay, because listen, this little purse comes with me everywhere. But your girl had to get planners, okay? Your girl didn't get not one, but two planners, bitch, okay? She's got organization, because things are about to be happening up in this house. She's about to be making this money and seeing these people and doing things. So, I had to get my life in order. And then after I actually record this, I'm supposed to be having a meeting. Your girl's about to have a virtual assistant for a little bit and try out and see what that's like, because she's going to try to hire somebody to get some help on the menu, because things are moving very, very fast. Okay, they were not kidding about that Ace of Wands energy in this month. I can already see that it's happening. I'm supposed to be teaching a class tomorrow. I already have in both of my planners, I've got meetings and, stuff like on the docket. So we're going to see what it's given. First off, this is from Papier, I think it's called. And then this is, what is the name of this company? Because I got this as a gift from my day job, or my contract job. I keep calling my day job because it's my day job. Clever Fox, okay? Because the girl is clever as a fox. And she's been using this planner. So I set the intention that this is exactly what I'm going to be doing and keeping my life organized throughout the rest of this year, because your girl needs it, okay? What else has been happening in my life? Valentine's Day was cute. I'll just say that. Listen, I'm about to open my lollipop, bitch, because let's just say Valentine's Day was sweet. And that's all you fucking getting, okay? I ain't telling y'all nothing else. But she had a good Valentine's Day. And then a good Valentine's Day weekend. And then a good weekend after that. And that's all I'm going to say. Let's just say, you put your little energy out there, because I remember I put this tweet up and it was like, listen, I eat ass and I suck dick on the first date. Where is my nigga? Where's my man? And I mean, I ain't got no man yet, but anyway, I'm feeling too much cheap, but I'm not, because I can talk whatever the fuck I want. What else has been going on? Sobriety update. Let's go ahead and look at the menu. How many days do I have? How many days does he have? How many days does he have? Right now, and I have to give a little bit of context of this, I am at 62 days without alcohol or weed. Let's clap it up for me. But I'm also at 18 days. I'm actually at 18 days worth of working the program, because I did not know that you cannot take other people's Adderall, and that did not, that gets you kind of in trouble, or, within the confines of not having mind altering substances. I'm like, girl, this is not a mind altering substance, girl. I'm trying to stay up and do this work. But anyway, for the purposes of that, I'm at 18 days, but I'm at 62 days with all the things that I said that I was not going to be doing. See, you're not even supposed to be coming over here, because one of the dogs is about to try and come over here. The little chorus said, not today. But that's been going well. I will say that I have been kind of like struggling a little bit because I think what I have been noticing is some of the people, spaces, and places that I've been spending time around, you know, it's just so commonplace. And I think what I've also been having to recognize for myself, two things. One of the things that I have been having to just like stand up in, that I've been talking to my substance abuse counselor a lot, is, you know, I can go and be around people and not drink and not smoke and, you know, not do whatever, but can they do that with me? And that is something that I've been having to bear in mind. I've also been very conscious of, like, most of the times, like, I ain't trying to, you know, yuck anyone's yum, because obviously, like, sometimes I miss that shit. But then it's also just like, if that has to be the norm with some of the people I spend time around, and I'm thinking about a specific subset of folks, are those the type of people I should be, you know, hanging out with? And as Miss Wendy puts it, or no, actually, as my sponsor puts it, she's like, you need to make new friends. And I'm like, I don't wanna. Like, I don't want to make new friends. Like, I know that I should be making sober friends right now. And I know that it's important to maintain that level of sobriety and like switch that up. But it's also just like, that comes with a lot of work. And girl, like, I'm working 3 jobs right now. I am trying to, you know, do a little thug thiz. I'm trying to get my travel on. I'm trying to, you know, organize stuff. Like, I'm also playing this online game that's been taking up literally like my Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 9:30, but then all the strategizing and stuff like that, like in between, like I don't have time. And then supposed to be going to like these in-person things and all this stuff. And I'm just like, girl, like I barely have time. I haven't even played Pokemon. Like, and I'm over it. Like, I should be playing Legends of Arceus, but no, who hasn't had time? I'm not even caught up on Jocelyn. I'm behind on Jocelyn Cabaret. I'm very upset about that. Please don't move the light. Thank you. See, told you things was about to start happening. So it's like, I really just, you know, I know that you have to make time for the things that are important for you. And I'm trying to learn how to make time. And like, that's part of the reason why I'm getting this planner and trying to get some help. And also, if you know somebody who's a virtual assistant or be interested in helping your boy out as he continues to ascend to the crown, please let a girl know. But today is the new moon in Pisces. I thought that it'd be really helpful to kind of just like look at what is coming up in Q2 as we are getting super close to it. As we think about Q1, so if you didn't check out the Q1 version of this, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to remember what each month was. If I remember correctly, and I feel like I should, because I haven't watched that video since I created it, but I'm pretty sure that the month of January was the 2 of Cups. I'm pretty sure that the month of February was the King of Cups, if I'm not mistaken, and then the month of April, or the month of March, was the Ace of Wands. So 2 of Cups was really just about me just like really getting, you know, locked in with just like loving myself and doing the things that I need to do for myself and just like opening up to people in a different way. Like, that was when I started kind of like working with somebody as far as just like, you know, my sober journey. King of Cups, and really just like being tapped into like my emotions and just being mindful of how I'm sharing my emotions with others, being very transparent about where I am, letting people know about like the new version of me, and really just like giving big dick energy when it comes to like my feelings right now, and not being fearful of like sharing my feelings, because, you know, I've grown up in a family of people who didn't always affirm said feelings, and that can be really hard when you're just when you are a sensitive, intuitive person and people don't appreciate that. And now we're in the month of March. I don't know what it's about to give, but I can definitely tell that things are about to get really busy. You know, I'm trying to figure out how to get this body right, get this body tight, even though, because I did start working out that little 222 portal or what have you that came out. Like, girl, I hit a 2 a day. And I was just like, girl, you ain't worked out in a month of Sundays. And I'm also starting to notice like what parts of my body need some strength training. Like, I went to this yoga, / sound bath moment on this past Saturday. Shout out to Black Mat Yoga. Shout out to Eric Mosley, my Morehouse brother, and all of the Morehouse family that was out there. And you know, when you do like the little like core exercises, girl, I was trembling. I was sitting there trying to like lift my little legs up, and I was looked like I was about to come. I was like, oh my God, like what is going on? Like, obviously I need to work on my core training, but I've never been the type of person to really be giving a fuck about the core. But I guess that's something I need to pay attention to, and I'm trying to get these titties sculpted. Like, I think that one of the intentions that I need to have for this new moon that I need to write down is I need to figure out what my dream body looks like. You know, everybody always talks about like, oh, I want to work out, I want to do this, I want to look like this. And I'm just like, yeah, like I just want to look better. But I'm like, what does looking better look like? Because I'm like, bitch, you're already cute now. So what you got to do more about? And then I'm trying to think of any other intentions that I need to be setting this evening. Oh, I definitely said like, you know, okay, so I can't share that, but I can share that like, you know, I'm still interested in getting into entertainment in some way because girl, I'm entertaining with my big red lollipop, okay? But I'm trying to figure out what entertainment looks like for me because the road in which I thought I would be stepping into entertainment, basically like my ancestors was like, bitch, you guessed it. And I was just like, did I guess it, God? Like, did I guess it, ancestors? I guess I guessed wrong. So I'm trying to just like, you know, wind it back and figure out what the hell it's supposed to be looking like. What else? I don't know. I feel like the rest of my intentions, like as I'm going throughout the rest of this year, are things like, you know, I really want to start getting, I've noticed that, you know, the travel piece is important, but I need to make sure that I'm traveling within the right confines. But this month of March is about me sitting down and really getting some things in order. So as it's starting to be 11:11 on the clock or on this recording thing, I figure why not get into these cards? Figure out what quarter two is giving. I think that's enough of a life update. Listen to Mystic Moments if you haven't listened to Mystic Moments yet. Woo Woo Wrap Up will be coming out very soon. If you don't know what Woo Woo Wrap Up is, that is the Patreon version of my show through Flawless Noises Media Network. Shout out to them. That should be coming out very soon. I've been doing those. Those are basically like a month in review. So I'll probably talk a little bit more about everything that I was just talking about, but in depth. And then obviously have cards and like meditations and stuff like that. Because listen, what I have learned is that my gift is being honest. My gift is being real. And like, I think that what it is for me, what I've noticed is I go through stuff in order to teach other people not to have to go through things. And I'm just trying to keep y'all safe out here in these streets, especially in the midst of all of this warfare and all of this depression and all of this drama and all of this trauma. Girl, if I can tell you something that I've learned along the way, especially when it comes to dealing with these ignorant ass people or dealing with people that don't want the best for you, but say they want the best for you, but don't necessarily take the actions that, you know, make the best thing happen for you. Listen, I'm gonna teach you. And I'm gonna also teach you how to make sure that you are staying close to the light. So we brought back the Wandering Star Tarot. And we also have a new deck, the Rose Oracle deck. If you saw my video earlier today, I used the Rose Oracle deck because I got it as a, y'all know I do a little partnership. Shout out to Hay House Incorporated. Hay House and Penguin Random House send me decks of people who are releasing their new decks. And sometimes I do interviews of these people. This is the deck that just released on March 1st. And I love the feeling of it. I've been using it all day, honestly. Like it came up on a little Twitter thread. It came up, you know what I'm saying? Like with the reading that I did on here earlier today, and I figured this would be a great piece of advice for this second quarter. So just to go ahead, give us a framework. We already know what quarter one was giving. Quarter two is going to be April, May, June, and July, okay? So we're gonna be looking at the months of April, May, June, and July. We're gonna look at what those cards are, what the major themes are, and then we will finish up with the Rose Oracle deck. So, hold on, I wanna enjoy my lollipop, girl. Because it's good as fuck. Okay, I'm done. All right, let's go ahead and pull these cards out and see what do we have. Before we begin, listen, they was like, girl, enjoy your lollipop, girl. This is your channel, so you can do whatever the hell you want. I'm over here trying to be all professional. And I'm like, girl, you are professional. You out here doing the Lord's work. All right, take a deep breath in. And release. Roll your shoulders just a little bit. Take another deep breath in. And release. Touch your thumb to your index finger here. Extend The other fingers, let them lay flat onto your lap. Take a deep breath in. Hold it. Release. Release. Do it one more time. Take a deep breath in. Hold it at the top. Release. Now you're going to roll your shoulders a little bit more. Roll your body, move your body. I hate saying move your body like a snake, ma, because we do not authorize that motherfucker R. Kelly up in this house. No, ma'am, no, sir. But listen, move your body like a snake, moving that Kundalini energy. Allowing ourselves to receive whatever message is coming up for quarter two. Okay, here we go. You're going to clap twice, snap once, and receive. All right, what we got? What is quarter two giving us as the theme? Expansion. Expansion of our gifts. March is going to be a really important month for setting up what our gifts look like. And then, Aries season is when we really step into like the astrological new year. So this is our new beginning. We're getting through the dead of winter. It's like spring is springing. The flowers are blooming. April showers bring May flowers is the theme that like comes up. So it's like you may have some tears because you're letting go of like an old life. You're letting go of an old version of yourself. But like, are you really bothered by that? Because you know that the sacrifice, the letting go is what helps you to make space for the brand new. So don't be surprised if, some people fall out of the way. Don't be surprised if you have to close up some chapters that you weren't necessarily ready to close up. Speaking of myself. Because if you talk about all the shit that you want, then you got to make some space for it, baby. You got to do some things to let it go, Miss Girl, Miss Mamas, Miss Mothers. You got to close up some chapters in order for some things to go ahead and transition through. And I think that we'll be seeing this all the way through May, halfway through May. What moon cycle is going to be happening? So if we have the Virgo full moon coming up this month, that means the Libra full moon is coming up in the month of April, which means that the Scorpio full moon is going to be coming up in May. Scorpio is all about death and rebirth. Your girl is smart, bitch. I think I'm so smart. Like, I'm a master. I'm really smart, okay? Really creative. So if you think about the fact that we have the Scorpio full moon coming up in the middle of May, I can look at the date, but y'all know that it's on the horizon. It's on the way, okay? As my good girl, Jocelyn Hernandez, it's on the way, okay? You have to look for it. It's coming. Let's look at the astrology calendar for the month of May, and then I'll tell you guys what to look out for that. So May, hold on, I said 2022, God. We have May 15th is a full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio. A lunar eclipse? Girl, that's how you know it's about to snatch everything out. And you're about to be feeling so much better. The text, hold on, because I got to get into the text. The text says, a powerful eclipse that can leave us emotionally drained and disconnected. Use this full moon to let go of the past and move forward, especially when changes happen suddenly. Girl, I done knocked my whole wig off, okay? Your girl is powerful, okay? So imagine, as we're getting to like May, that's kind of when things will like start to settle. The universe, God, spirit, source will suck that shit right up out of you. And then as you're going throughout the summertime, like this summer is going to be different than summers before. Everybody going to try to be out in the streets because, things are opening up. I don't know why, but I feel like we're going to have another variant hit the streets. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I feel like it's on the horizon. And it's going to be like, are you really going to be out there doing all the crazy shit? Or are you going to be mindful? It's not saying be at the house. It's just going to tell you to be very mindful about how you move and like being out at the clubs and being out at the festivals. It's festival time. The girls are crazy. The girls are shooting. There's a war happening right now. Do you really want to put yourself in large spaces around hella people. Maybe that's how you get your energy. I mean, I'm not knocking it, but I'm just going to tell you, pray before you go. Put your Florida water on. You know what I'm saying? Put your herbal oils on. Get your little spray. You know me. Hold on, because, bitch, I don't go nowhere with my motherfucking spray. Okay, where my spray at? Okay, we about to give oil spray. Back up. That's what you should be thinking about as you are going throughout the summertime. But this is going to be a time of you actually having to show up. In-person events. Getting into places where you are allowing yourself to be in community with like-minded people is going to be really important. What other transits do we have happening during the month of June? Oh, Mercury retrograde enters Taurus on May 22nd. Girl, that's ghetto. What's happening in June? En el mes de junio, Saturn goes retrograde in Aquarius. Ghetto. Full moon in Sag on the 14th of June. Okay, that sounds cute. Summer solstice, June 21st. New moon in Cancer, June 28th. Neptune retrograde in Pisces, June 28th. This is all sounding really like it's definitely given like, did you learn? Did you know what I'm saying? What else we got? What's going on in July? Full moon in Capricorn. Mercury enters Leo. Chiron retrograde in Aries. Sun goes into Leo. Yeah, so I feel like June's going to be a rough one. But then, you know, you're going to pop out in July. So if you want to, I say get your travel on. If you really got to travel and you really want to be out, do it in July. Hold on, let me put my wig back. Where my wig at? Dun, 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 dun. All right, spirit guides, Father God, ancestors. Let's see what we got coming up. Take your notes. I shouldn't have to tell you this if you hopping on here. You don't have to write this on a piece of paper, but you definitely need to be writing this somewhere because you need to get yourself in order. Be organized. We're not out here, just letting things pass by. Be like, I remember Gary has said, and then you ain't got it somewhere, and then you got to come back and find where it was in the video. No, if you write it in your notes, you ain't going to have to worry about that, okay? Let's see what we got. What advice, what guidance do we have for the month of April, May, June, and July? What guidance do we have for quarter 2, 2022? Now, I'm not going to sit here and be here all day because I do have a meeting in like 45 minutes. But the spirits say, listen, girl, we got some tea to spill. Okay, so we're going to spill some tea on today. What do we have for quarter 2? We already see how quarter 1 has been, challenging. Definitely been challenging, but we're ready to go ahead and take on the task. Stop here. Okay, I need a clear answer. Stop here. All right. Okay. That way I ain't gotta, my little lollipop girl. I keep waving it around at y'all like a wand. I don't need that energy. Ooh, we got one card, of course. Okay. There's a lot of 7s popping up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm in these people's house and I'm yelling, child. Last one. Girl, this is ghetto. So, I'm just going to let y'all get into it. I'm like a mastermind. I'm so creative like that. 7 of Pentacles, April. 7 of Cups, May. 7 of Swords, June. And the Tower card coming up in reverse in the month of July. The 7 of Swords did come up in reverse. However, I feel like it's going to be a focus on what we actually need to be doing in the month of June instead of what the energy is. It's like, this is what everybody else's energy going to be given. This is what you need to be focused on. You heard me? So, The number 7. First of all, the number 7 in numerology, to me, it actually makes me want to read what the number 7 is as a life path number. Because I feel like that will give you a little bit more context as to what these next couple of months are supposed to be for you. 7 is a cerebral number, and those with a life path number 7 have a loner quality. So if you don't know what life path number is, it's when you take your birthday, break it down to the smallest number, your full birthday. So for me, 10/27, 1989, 1 plus 0 is 1, 27 is 9, 2 plus 7 is 9, so that's 10, 1989, 9 and 9 is 18, 8 plus 18 is 26, plus 27 is 9. So 9 plus 9 plus 1 is 19. 19 can be its own number in itself, but I like to draw it to 1 plus 9 equals 10, which breaks down to a 1. So I'm a life path 1. That's why I'm a leader, girl. But you take your birthday, break it down to the smallest number. That's going to be your life path. It says they need to learn to have faith. If they do not have faith, they tend to become very cynical and escape through drugs, alcohol, work, and geography. They have a love of natural beauty, ocean, green grass, plants, flowers, etc. Life path number 7 is the number of a higher awareness, a wider point of view. 7s tend to have an air of mystery and do not want you to know who they are. Intellectual, analytical, intuitive, reserved, natural inclination towards spiritual subjects, aloof, loner, pessimistic, secretive, and insecure are some of the qualities born of a life path 7. So this is a shout out to all the 7s out there. This could be a huge message for you. Anybody within a 7 in like any of like their numerological placements. So, you know, it's like your destiny number. It's like a birth number. There's a lot of different numbers that you could look at when it comes to life path numbers or numerological breakdowns. But I feel like the number 7 is coming up because this is a time for us to tap into some of these airs of mystery, higher awareness, tapping into the lover of nature and beauty. So getting outside. I don't know why, but like drumming circles comes to mind as well. Camping, hiking, going by the beach. Let's go to the beach, let's go get away. What you gonna do? A person who is a life path 7 is a thinker. If your life path is a 7, you seek truth and wisdom in all that you do and search for the underlying answers in everything. Your tendency is to be a perfectionist, and you expect the same from those around you. Because you're most comfortable by yourself, a loner or introvert, you happily give up the stress and turmoil of a busy life in favor of a quiet, peaceful life of solitude. 7 is a spiritual number, and most 7s are drawn to spiritual pursuits. One of the challenges for the 7s is for you to find a balance between maintaining your solitude while not being completely isolated. 7 represents spiritual focus, analysis, being original, independent. If you have this number, people often feel like they don't know you. You are a mystery, and some may see you as eccentric. So, we got a lot of 7s coming up in the next couple of months. 7 of Pentacles is all about patience, goals, and success. So it's all about you keeping in mind, what are you doing as you are stepping into this astrological new year? As you know, that is the beginning of Aries season. Well, Aries season will start halfway through March, stepping into the month of April. But it's all about you kind of like getting clear on your goals. Like you'll kind of like orient yourself to Aries season, the Astro New Year, as you're going throughout the rest of March. But then it's gonna be like, okay, like what does the rest of this year look like for me? Then of course we're gonna have some, you know, some challenges, some choices, following our instincts in the month of May, following our passions, and then also, you know, maybe some extremes that we may be dealing with in the month of May that we have to be mindful of. And you have to know that just because everybody else is doing it doesn't mean that you have to fucking do it. Just because everybody else want to go, you know what I'm saying, do they thug fizzle over there, does not mean that that's what your guides, that's not what your spirit, that's not what your God wants you to do. It also makes me remind myself, this is a month when Ramadan starts. You guys know that I observe Ramadan. So, or if you don't know, now you know. Ramadan starts April 2nd this year. And I don't remember when the end is. It normally is like 30 days like after. So of course, as soon as I come out of that really huge like spiritual sabbatical moment for myself, then it's be like, okay, like you're back in the world. There's distractions all around you. Like, are you going to go back to what it was that you was doing before? Or are you going to follow your passion, follow your instincts, make choices that are good for you? But remember, you've never made a fucking mistake in your life. What you do is you look at these as opportunities to the windows of your soul and see the starlight and everything, but don't get caught up in it because there will be some things that want to distract you. the month of June is when there's going to be a lot of people that are lying. Okay, there are a lot of people that are lying. There's a lot of people that are fierce. There's a lot of people that are going to be trying to get over on you. You may feel a little like, wait, like, is this person coming? Is this person going? Is this person being real with me? Am I being real with myself? Keywords here: theft, dishonesty. So who is stealing from you? Who is stealing your joy? What is stealing your joy? And do you have the opportunity to pay attention to it and let it go? Like, is it stealing your jewels? Is it stealing the jewels of your soul? And what do you do to let that go? And then as you come into the month of July, the Tower card comes. So the Tower says on this one, enlightenment, release, destruction. Whenever I pull the Tower card, but it's coming up in reverse, it's like, okay, like the foundations have already been burnt down. Okay, come on, Truth Burt. Foundations will be burnt down in the month of July. But it is time for you to go ahead and rebuild them the way that you want to. You are healing, honey. Like whoever was lying to you here, they needed to be expatriated from your life. They need to be on Fuck You Island. Okay, that's where they belong. It's what she deserves. And you know what? That's okay, but you can rebuild. Everything does not have to be craziness. Everything does not have to be psycho. Everything does not have to be extra. You can allow it to be a soft rebuild. It's like a soft reopening. You feel what I'm saying? But you get to allow yourself to release whatever has been making you feel like you have been in this space of destruction. Ooh, I also got to say, remember 777 is giving bing, bing, bing. So if you may be feeling lucky, bitch, okay, play the lottery, ho. And if you win something, send me $1. Now my right ear started ringing. So somebody going to win the lottery. And if you win the lottery, if you play the lottery during these couple of months, you know, you do a little scratch off and you be like, damn, Gary has said, girl, pay the piper. You ain't got to give me too much. All I'm asking for is your love. Tell them that you were, hey, I was nudged by the spirit because Gigi had said, play the lottery. And look, here I am winning a piece of coin. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I would appreciate that. I also think about the Abundance Challenge this year. I don't know when I'm going to start it, but I do know that a lot of people have been talking about the Abundance Challenge from the month, from last year. Shout out to all my Abundaboos out there. Normally, the Abundance Challenge would happen throughout this time period, but as I'm looking at this, it looks like it's going to be happening closer to the month of July. So we're going to see how that feels. But let's get back into the month of April, okay? Because I've told you guys, basically like the next 4 months, this next quarter of life for us is going to be patience, spiritual pursuits. Some of us may be working on getting initiated. Some of us may be stepping into new spiritual insights. Some of us may be having to make choices about the people and the things and the places. Like, you may have a little FOMO. That's okay. But the unwinding that you have to do emotionally, is that worth it in the long run? And this may be something that you need to bear in mind during this season. They said, go ahead and read. So we're going to read, girl. So the 7 of Pentacles for the month of April. She says the 7 of Pentacles asks you to take this time to buckle down and focus if you want to reap hearty benefits. The goal is in sight and you see it shining atop the hill on the horizon, but you must not stop to ponder and muse. You must be relentless in your action until the trophy is in hand. Your reward will be abundant if you do not falter. Keep the soils into which you plant the seeds of your intentions, rich and nourished with your own blood, sweat, and tears, and the harvest will be abundant. The universe loves dedication, drive, and passion and will not turn a blind eye to your efforts. Work hard, sleep deeply, and rise to do it all again. Keep your eye on the prize. Things don't just happen, they are made to happen. This is by John F. Kennedy. He said that. Work hard, sleep deeply, rise to do it all again. So this is all about just staying focused, getting your work done, being patient. You're hitting your goals. You know what you're doing. You have success on the horizon. And it's not about letting everything else distract you. This is about putting in the fucking work. You're already starting the process of doing that right now. Now it's about you. Okay, like I got patience, like I'm hoeing. And I mean, if you want to hoe, go hoe. Because, you know, we pro hoe over here. Okay. But if you got to, do a little digging, if you got to, see some of your fruits of your labor come into pass. Like, that's definitely something to give yourself some time to do, okay? The sun will heal everything. And it may be a little sad that you got to be in the house, you know what I'm saying? I know Aries, all my Aries people out there like, damn, I got to stay at home. I'm not saying stay at home. I'm just saying make sure that you work hard and, you know, don't let up. Stay focused on your goals. Let's get into the 7 of Cups for the month of May. So, choice, instinct, passion, and extremes. Many enticing opportunities lie before you. Some may trigger your deepest passions and stir parts of you that you had forgotten existed. Ooh, child. The choices offered to you may seem extreme. It isn't clear which ones are legitimate and which ones are merely fantasy. You must be diligent and discerning before you make your choice. Do not hurry into any decision for fear of missing out, but be careful not to linger too long in this dreamy liminal state. Tune into your subtlest instincts. Turn off mental chatter and connect with your heart and your body. As soon as you make your choice, move forward boldly without doubt or regret. It says it's the soul's duty to be loyal to its own desires. It must abandon itself to its master passion. What does your soul need? What you do isn't what Bobby or Tina or Becky or Beth, that's not what they need. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what keeps your fire lit. You know what your instincts are saying. This is why we've got that lunar eclipse happening. That means, because I do know that the partial solar eclipse is taking place on April 30th. I know that because I'll be throwing an event on that day. Keep your eyes and ears open for that because I will be sharing some information about that in the near future. At least that's when it's planned for. That could change, but I'm throwing it out there. I've been saying it. It's going to happen. But it's all about you making choices and also just like knowing where there are certain extremes that are happening in your life. I see this kind of like showing up as, you know, doing too much, maybe. Maybe people feeling like you're dreaming too much, and maybe it's just like you have like this really huge dream and it may be like a little too much for you to like acquire at that moment, but that doesn't mean give up. It means just make sure that you're not putting don't put all your eggs in one basket is the message here. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. Allow yourself to, you know, try everything, okay? Figure it all out. Look at this. I love that every time I put the card up, it's like the, you know, the light changes. It's like, focus on the card, baby. But you have, you know, there may be some snakes in the grass. There's snakes in the grass. Move your body like a snake, ma. But also there's snakes in the grass. So keep your eyes and your ears and your spirit open because these bitches out here, they're snaky. They're smarmy. Okay? They're slimy. And you don't have to play those ghetto games with these hoes. Moving on to the month of June. El mes de junio. ¿Qué nos vamos a hacer en el mes de junio? Aquí tenemos el 7 de machete. El 7 de machete. So the 7 of Swords. She says, this is a tricky card that has been nicknamed the Thief. She's a thief. She's a liar. She's a stealer, heartbreaker. And I don't want you back in my life. So I'm taking the house, the car, the kids, and the dog. I want it all. It says it may be simply a warning to take extra care and protect what is yours, both physically and emotionally. Create boundaries where needed and be sure to lock up tight. There may be someone trying to deceive you or take from you. Even if it's not in your nature, you must be cunning and sly in order to outfox them. Be the clever fox, like my binder said. It could also be a warning to search your own heart. Are you distracted by shiny objects that ultimately won't satisfy? Are you taking from others to quell your selfish desires? This card delivers a tale of caution, whether you are the victim or the thief. You could be the thief. You could be the victim. Porque no los dos. You could be both. But it's all about you being mindful about you not taking from others. Like, you know, if you can't give, then don't give. If you can't receive, then don't receive. Be honest about where you're coming from. And also, I think that this is a time where you have to be mindful of, you know, being smart, being 2 or 3 steps ahead of the game. What's that good old phrasing? Play chess, not checkers with these bitches, okay? You got to think a couple steps ahead. Be on your feet. Be light on your toes. Because there's going to be people that are trying to get over on you. And you know what? No ma'am, no ma'am, ham. We're not doing that here. So keep that in mind. And then last we have the Tower card coming up in reverse. In reverso. So, Tower card here states, lightning strikes the tower. And just like that, nothing will ever be the same, whether it's shattering a rigid ego or collapsing a long-held dream or relationship. The tower moves fast and the message is clear. Things must change. Ruled by the disciplinarian planet of Mars, this card comes with a strict dose of medicine that doesn't always go down easily. It will serve you to surrender to this mighty intervention. Do not fight against it or question its purpose. You are here to learn important lessons and release attachments that don't serve. Sometimes your castle must burn to the ground in order for you to see new possibilities. Trust that the rebuilding and restructuring of your life will edge you toward your truest self and possibly even enlightenment. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Let me say that one more time. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. So it's time for you to close. The door is closed. What doors are closing? Or what door closed in June that now you have the opportunity to rebuild again? It's giving start over, okay? This is a quarter of really being about who you said you were going to be. This is literally telling you that the universe, God, spirit, they are trying to tell you, like, girl, this is your time. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is your moment. This is also your moment to see who actually isn't there for you. This is your moment to actually see who is not in your corner. What is serving as a distraction compared to, what's the word I'm looking for? What's a distraction? What is actually serving your highest good? And how do you separate and differentiate the two right now? And then as you are rebuilding in the month of July, I can already tell that the rest of the year, it's going to be when you see all of the hard work paying off because you've made space. Sometimes we get so caught up in trying to keep things a specific type of way that we don't allow ourselves to make space for what is supposed to be in our lives. I also would love to point out that none of the cards are repeats from the first set of cards that we pulled. So we can already tell this year is going to be, she's going to be juicy. She's going to be thick and juicy like Roxy Andrews. So let's go ahead. We're going to get our Oracle card. We're going to close up. What is our advice for quarter two? Quarter two, what we got for you, okay? Oh, all right. So here we go. What is our advice for quarter two? We need just one, please. So, una tarjeta, por favor. Ooh. I said one, girl, not three. Okay, this one. Lineage of the Rose. Moved by the goddess. Here for this. Soul call. Gather. So I want you guys to take a look at this card. You're moved by the goddess. This is that divine feminine energy. You're here for this. Your soul is being called right now. It's also telling you gather. You see all these people, lineage of the rose. So who are other people who are connected in the same way that you are? You can't do this by yourself. Let me say that again. You can't do this by yourself. The lineage card states, these times, these changing divisive times, your soul chose to be here right now for this. You're part of a collective team led by the goddess, by the mother of us all, to reweave the thread of the rose back into the tapestry of humanity. To make spaces where all people feel cherished and safe. To heal and be healed from the destructive patterns of patriarchy. To be the part of the return of the goddess of the earth. If you've been doubting your path, you're being called to look within and trust the whispers and weavings from caverns deep. The way of the mystic rose is walked by few and known by heart, not mind. Try not to overthink, rather, trust the threads that are woven deep. This card contains within it a confirmation of the inner call and reassurance you're not alone in it. The mother of us all thanks you for being part of these changing times for humanity. You're welcome, girl. She acknowledges your devotion to doing your best to support yourself and others in the journey back home, to themselves, to each other, and to the earth. She wants you to know that she is available to guide you every step of the way. Speak, sing, and dance with her. You are led, you are led, you are led. Your soul inquiry here, it says, how are you being called to commit more deeply to humanity and the earth? How are you being called to commit more deeply to humanity and the earth? How are you being called to, you know, dive in deeply? How are you being called to be your best self? How are you being called to be a light is really what this is asking you. How are you stepping into your soul purpose? Like, everybody's not made to be an activist. Everybody's not made to be out on the front lines. Everybody's not made to be out to be, you know, a reader. Some people do their best work by working at the grocery store. Like, it does not have to be some big ass mission that you think that you're supposed to be doing. Like, it literally can just be touching people and like being present in their daily lives and going about it that way. It doesn't have to be something that's completely convoluted. You know what that looks like for you. How are you touching the people in your communities and also allowing yourself to be seen? How are you getting deeper into your soul's path and knowing that you have the divine mother to tap into at any moment that you would like in order to provide that guidance, that love, that peace for somebody else? Okay? What is your mission? How are you divinely led? And how do you allow yourself to step into that light and into that power every single day? Sit with that. Okay? And remember, we have the sevens, okay? It's giving luck, your honor. It's giving abundance, your honor. It's giving soul, spiritual expansion during these next couple of months. You've done the work in the front part. Now it's time for you to do the work in the second quarter. And listen, we'll check in after the summer hits. Because listen, the summer is always, I hate the summer. Actually, let me take that back. I don't hate the summer. I strongly dislike the summer. How do you like that? Because it's hot. I get sweaty. You know, my titties be out and everything. And I'm just like, oh my God, it's a nipple. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's out. And you know, everybody will be getting the nipples and everything. I also hate being out when it's like the days are longer. You know, the streets is hot. The block is hot. The niggas be shooting dice in front of my building. I'm like, girl, go inside. Like, I can't even get to my door because you're in front of my door shooting dice. Sorry, that was a personal little rant. Anyway, hope that you found this helpful. Like I said, we'll check in closer to the end of the summer. Well, end of the summer is technically like August, but like y'all will probably hear from me sometime in like the July range. We'll see what it's giving. Y'all hear from me after the summer equinox. It's not even the spring equinox yet. Y'all getting this tea all the way in advance. So please make sure that you watch the first video. Please make sure that you take your notes for this one. If you have comments, drop them below. Love you very much. My spirit's like, okay, girl, close it up. I'm closing it up, God. I'm closing it up, y'all. All right. Kisses and hugs, peace and hair grease. We'll see you, and hopefully I'll have a nice snatch body by the next time you see me. Bye.